All right, you guys. So we have gathered all of the information that we need, and now we are going to walk you through the steps of creating your Facebook Business Manager. So we're going to have this walkthrough video. I'll talk you through every step of the process. If you need to stop and pause the video and go and do that step and then come back, we definitely encourage you to do so. There will be written instructions for each of these pieces as well, but sometimes it's a little easier to follow along with the video. So do what you kind of need to do, and we'll walk you through each of the pieces, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so you're going to want to go to business.facebook.com. So if you don't already have an account, we're going to walk you through all the steps. If you do, in fact, already have a business manager account, this video is not totally above you because we're going to make sure that everything is connected. So if you've already got your account, go ahead and log in and follow along. If you don't have an account, you're going to click create an account, and you will it will prompt you to log onto your Facebook, your current Facebook account. So if you have a Facebook business page or a personal Facebook account, it'll encourage you to log on there and then walk you through each of the steps. So for the purposes of today, we are creating just a test for all intents and purposes, a fake business manager account, so that we can walk you through all of the steps of account creation. So once you have it created, as you know, we have our business manager accounts created already, you can't really walk through the steps again. So we're going to walk through this test account, and that's what you're seeing happen here. So name of your business and your account name, and then you're going to put in your name and then your business email. So that business email, you're going to want to make sure that it's an email that you that it's attached to your business and that you have regular access to. So once you put that business name, everything in, it's going to send you to the next page, add your business details. You do need to make sure that you are actually putting whatever your registered business address is. This is going to play into Facebook verifying your account later on in the process. So you're going to go ahead and type in your street address, your city, state, zip code, business phone number. If you don't have a separate business phone number, just put in whatever the best number is to reach you at. So whether that's your personal cell phone number, if you have a Google Voice number, which if you don't, always a good option to kind of filter out some of those calls so you know who's calling for business and who's maybe calling for personal. Making sure to put in your individual website as well. Once you've put in all of that information, make sure you've clicked the right radio dial at the bottom, selling goods or services. And then you're going to click submit, and it's going to send you to this next screen. It's going to ask you to confirm your email address. You'll just click done. Check your inbox for an email confirming your new business account. So we're on to this next screen. So right now you can see you don't have any ad accounts. We don't have any pages. So I want to make sure that I open the email that Facebook has sent me that verifies me. For me, I don't always click the button in any of those emails. I'll copy the link and paste it into a tab just because I usually have a couple of different windows open. So once I've done that, you see this screen here. My name is listed under people. You've got this left-hand bar that says people, partners, pages, ad accounts, business asset groups, apps, Instagram accounts. And we've got all these options. We're going to go through and get all of these pieces set up. This people segment right here is where you are going to manage any team members that have access to your business manager account. Inside of that, you'll be able to actually manage their access points to all of the other things that we're going to set up. So your pixel, your ad account, your Instagram accounts, adding them to Business Manager allows you to give options about who can do what. So now I'm onto my pages. I see this option I click pages on the left-hand side. Now it's coming up and it says add pages. So I'm going to click the add button right in the middle. It's going to ask me what page I want to do. If you've currently got a if you already have a business page for your Facebook, you're going to click add a page. If you need to create a new one, you're going to click create a new page at the bottom. That's going to take you down another step where you're going to be asked to create a whole page. Once you've created the page, it will bring you back into your Facebook Business Manager to manage that. And then that middle option there, you see request access to a page. So if you currently are not the admin and you need to request access to a page, you can do so. But as we already went over prior to doing this video walkthrough, we recommend that you definitely are already a page admin, just taking some steps out of this process. So you're going to click add a page. It's going to ask you to search for the Facebook page. If you're attached to this page, so you can either add in a URL or you can search a Facebook page name. So I can start typing in, you see all of the different pages that I have access to here. We're going to click Electric Eye. So because we're walking through this process and because Electric Eye is already owned elsewhere, we're not actually clicking through. So we'd click that, our pages would pop up here on this page. So next down, we're going to go to Add Accounts. So I click into Add Accounts. Again, don't have any ad accounts, so I'm clicking Add. If you already have an ad account and you want to put it in here, you can using our Add an Ad account. There's a lot of adding here. Or you are going to click Create a New Ad Account. So if you already have one, you'll find that ad account ID that you've already created. It's going to be a long form number, and when you go into your ads manager, it will be usually listed right next to that. Or if you go into your business settings, you can find your ad account number there. For our purposes today, we are gonna create a new ad account. This is a brand new business manager, so we need a brand new ad account. That's gonna bring us a new Facebook ad account number. So I'm going down to create a new ad account. I'm going to name it. Usually it's just best to name it after your business. We're going to stick with our Electric Eye test name for today. Set your time zone. So if you're in a different time zone, do so. Set your currency. So if you are operating outside of the US, you want to make sure that you change these dollars. Or if you're operating outside of the US, but you're advertising in the United States and your payment processing for your ads is going to be done in US dollars, you're going to want to keep this as US dollars. So this currency you're setting right here is what are you going to pay for your advertising budget in? So I add in the details, I click next. Then I'm going to select who is this ad account for. So in your case, you are setting this up. This is your business. This ad account is going to be used to create ads for your business. You're not an agency setting it up. So here we see one of the screens. This will be familiar with you as you start to add people. So you see my name, Ryan Shaw, listed off to the left here. So I want to highlight that bubble. And then it's going to give me these ad account permissions. So I can just manage campaigns, I can just view performance, and I can manage ad account. In our case, as an agency or as the owner of this account, I want full access. So I want full admin access here. It's always going to make the process easier. You won't have to worry about trying to go back. But if you were trying to only give somebody the ability to view reports, you could just click view performance. So that's going to allow them to access reports and view the ads and not change anything. They're not going to be able to edit. They're not going to be able to manage campaigns. Means I can edit, but I can't change certain account settings. I don't have permissions on everything. So full admin access means I can create campaigns. I can create ad sets. I can create ads. I can manage the finances. I can look at reports. I can do everything. So once we do that, you want to click assign down in the right-hand bar. So if you've got more people in your business manager, this is how you're going to manage their permissions. So when you click on something, when you click on a new asset that you've created, or if you have an existing asset, there'll be an option to add people. You can see it kind of in the darkness in the background on the right hand side here. So important to note as your organization grows, or if you decide to hire on an agency that's going to take care of your ads for you. So on this follow-up screen, that number in bold right there at the beginning, that 5575 number, that's our ad account number. So when we were looking earlier, your ad account ID, that's what that is right there. And you'll see the note right underneath that's talking about payment. So we will talk about payment method. We're not going to walk you through every single step of the payment, adding a payment method. But as in all things, if you want to run ads, they cost money, and therefore you have to set up some sort of credit card payment in order for those to run. So if you were going to add people, there's two options here. So you can see the two different add people buttons. So the one where my cursor is hovering over, it says add people. And then also off to the right hand side, like we were mentioning just a moment ago, the add people button. So if we were going to add somebody else in, obviously right now we don't have any other members listed in our organization, but that's how you would go through that process. And you can go back to people, you can add people in here. Again, you can search by email. So if you're working with an agency, they might pass along the email address for their business manager account that you can share with them. And again, you can see here employee access versus admin access. And it's going to walk you through a variety of steps. So you'll go admin access. So you're going to select employee access or admin access. You'll click next. It's going to walk you through steps. So obviously we didn't add a page here. We do have an ad account. We're going to walk through the catalog in a separate video, but here's where you're going to give access to all of those things to this person. So we have our kind of fake email address, admin@electriceye.io. We're giving them admin access. I would want to give them admin access to my page, my ad account, my catalogs, my Instagram business account as well. And then we would go through all of that. If you have an app, you click app, and then you just click invite. So we're stepping back out of the process, and it's a slightly broken down process. So this is where we mentioned before, you want to make sure that your Instagram account is already set to be an Instagram business profile. And that is going to make this process a lot faster, a lot smoother. And also you have to have that Instagram business profile in order to run ads. So you'll click connect to your Instagram account. You'll still need that password and everything. So obviously right now it's attached to my personal Instagram, but you would want to attach to your business Instagram account. It's going to walk you through a couple of simple steps. Ask for your username, your password. You'll click just connect at the very end, and then your Instagram account is going to pop up here. So next thing down, we're going to data sources. This is where we're creating our pixel. So you can see catalogs and pixels right there. We'll worry about the catalog in a little bit. We don't have any pixels created right now, so we're going to click add pixel, name it. Again, generally something associated with your website or with the name of your business. You can click check your website for easy setup options. This course is built specifically for Shopify sites, and therefore the connection process is much more seamless, much easier, and is going to be incredibly easy. So you don't really need to check here. So once we go through this process, I'm going to click continue. So on this next page, because we're on Shopify, we're going to click this add code using a partner integration. You can see the Shopify's name is listed there. It's super easy. One thing that we will say is that this integration has changed slightly in the recent past. And so this whole entire process is going to be slightly different going forward. But the general gist of it is still the same. So you're always going to want to have automatic advanced matching on. It's going to make your pixel even stronger, and you're going to collect even more data. So we're going to step through these processes. This go to settings process is where things are changing now. So you're going to want to click continue through this process. We'll walk you through setting up a Facebook pixel at the end. Plugging in your Facebook pixel on your Shopify store at the end of this video. It's going to be a very similar process to this, but we'll have to do it slightly separate because of the way that Shopify now integrates with Facebook. So we'll walk you through that in the next video. Okay, so we are going to walk through the new pixel connection to your Shopify site. So we're kind of bouncing around here a little bit. Just bear with us. This entire process is kind of in constant motion, and this process recently just changed. So you're going to log onto your Shopify store. So this is my kind of home page. Yours might look slightly different depending on what version of Shopify that you have. But on the left-hand side here, I'm going to go down. You can see I already have this Facebook here. It's not fully set up yet. We're going to click Online Store. I'm going to go down to Preferences. And then I'm going to scroll down here and I see this Facebook pixel. So I'm going to click on Set Up Facebook. It's going to prompt me down to my Facebook app. So we have in here, so I connected my Facebook account already. This is connected to my personal because that's where I run my business manager through. And then I have a couple of different accounts in here. So just for these purposes, we're going to go through and you see this electric eye test in here. So I'm going to click connect on my normal electric eye. This is actually where this account will go. So I'm going to click connect here. So now I'm connected to to the business manager. Now I'm going to connect to the Facebook page. So we're in the Honest Ecommerce site. So even though I was in the electric eye business manager, this is the page that I'm going to want to connect to. And our account looks slightly different because we have, we are an agency and we're managing multiple accounts here. So now I'm clicking on the ad account that I want to connect here. So I've got my Honest Ecommerce account here. So I want to enable tracking. We operate in the United States. So I'm going to roll down here, United States. I'm going to click accept, finish setup. Great. So now I can see here that my Facebook marketing is connected. I can create a campaign right from here. We're not going to do that. And then this is going to be the new setup to connect your Instagram as well. So to connect your Instagram to your Shopify account. So not to connect your Instagram to your Facebook account. We'll still walk you through those steps, but to connect your Instagram to your Shopify account. So now we've got this plugged in. So I go back to my online store. I go to preferences. This is all set up now. So everything is in here inside of Facebook. We can go to settings. I can go to marketing settings. This is my ad account. Because my pixel is attached to my ad account, everything's already in here. One thing that I do want to set up here is my tracking is enabled. I've got choose tracking levels. I have standard, enhanced, and maximum. There's not really any reason why you wouldn't ever want to have maximum turned on. It's going to be the strongest amount of data for you. And then you can see down here at the bottom, behavior will be tracked with this pixel. And this is my Honest Ecommerce pixel right here. I can disconnect, but we're just going to click confirm because we changed this setting. And now your Facebook pixel, which was attached to your ad account, is now attached into your Shopify account. So a slightly different method of getting this all done, but ultimately even more efficient, and is going to allow for some strong tracking because of this new integration. All right, so final thing is we want to make sure that everything gets connected. So by nature of setting everything up in your business manager, all of the pieces of the puzzle are going to be accessible to you. So your pixel, your ad account, your pages, your Instagram account, all of those things will be accessible to you, and including your catalog, which again, we'll talk about in a separate video. The setup process for that, again, has kind of changed, but just for kind of safekeeping, we like to go ahead and connect your ad account and your Facebook pixel. They're still going to be accessible even if you don't directly connect them, because you built them both in the same ad manager. But just to make sure that the ad account is firing off on the right pixel, and that pixel is the correct pixel that we plugged into your Shopify site, we're going to go ahead and click add asset inside of our pixel, connect to this ad account here, click add, and then everything's in here. So your screen might look slightly different with all of this process. We didn't walk through everything perfectly exactly because we already have this whole account set up, but we walked through the general Facebook page, your ad account creation, the Instagram account creation, the pixel setup, the pixel plugin on your site. And all of these processes, Facebook and both Shopify are going to walk you through super, super easy. And they'll all come to fruition a little bit more as we get further down and get into actual campaign creation. But super simple. So last step here, as we mentioned before, you want to add payments. So you're going to click payments on the left-hand side, go to the center, click add payment, and then you're going to go ahead and plug in your payment information. Recommend using a credit card that has a solid limit to it, and that maybe has a further expiration date. It's not something that's going to expire here very soon, so that you don't have to worry about updating that credit card on a regular basis. So go ahead and plug that payment information in, make sure all of the account information for that is correct. And then we are almost done with setting up our Facebook Business Manager. We're going to follow all of this up with our catalog creation.